KwaZulu-Natal police say the 4 suspects killed in a shootout with police in Woodlands this afternoon have been positively linked to several business robberies, including a jewellery heist in Tongaat yesterday. Police spokesperson Robert Nechunda says they have made several arrests and recovered 4 firearms. Nechunda says this forms part of their intelligence-led operation targeting wanted criminals. He says some suspects have been wounded and are receiving medical treatment. Newzroom Afrika's Phila Mthembu joins us now live with more from there. A very good evening to you, Phila. Just an update at this hour from the situation.
Good evening to you, Masa. So what is happening behind us now, if you may just take a look, it is the forensics team. They are combing the scene at this moment. They had arrived about 30 minutes ago, and of course, they've had their cameras out. They've also had their charts out, really collecting as much evidence that they possibly can. But of course, what you are also seeing now, it has been confirmed that where the shooting happened, this is a rental home, and those suspects had been hunted for in connection with the business robberies, but of course the latest offense or crime that was committed yesterday when a jewellery store was robbed in Tongaat. And of course, what we can also tell you, Masa, is that there have been 7 more suspects that were arrested with injuries. We do know that at least 5 suspects evaded arrest, and a manhunt is currently underway for those suspects. Those who were injured during the shooting with the police, they had been receiving medical care and are currently under police guard. They will be taken to hospital, and of course they can be expected to appear in court when they are fit to do so, Masa. But the scene is still very much active. We had also seen community members come out here really standing and watching in disbelief and also conveying shock from what had happened here. And this shooting happened during school hours. We do know that since there's a school right next to this establishment that you see where a vehicle is. Now, I'm talking about a vehicle that was also shot at. We did see that it has some bullet holes, and of course there are bodies of these suspects laying right next to that vehicle. It's something that unfortunately we aren't able to show our viewers, but I was also speaking to some of the parents of the children that go to the school that is next to this establishment, so really speaking about the traumatic experience for their children, and that even the school on its own, the leadership there was in panic mode as soon as they heard those gunshots flare up. But we can now expect for the forensics team to work also alongside the pathology teams that are going to be collecting the bodies, removing these bodies here from scene. At the moment, we have not seen any family members really that have been also willing to even come on record and speak to us. Now, these are the family members of the suspects here. From those who were injured, we do know that they sustained moderate injuries, and of course they were treated, giving medical help on scene by paramedics, and from there they are of course going to be taken to hospital under a police guard. But when you also look at this area, quite a peaceful area, and that is why people here are incredibly shocked to have seen something like this happen in this area, saying that it is quite also concerning to be, getting criminals actually come here, and really saying that it actually tarnishes the image or give this particular community a very bad name when it comes to crime, as something like this is not common in this area. But of course, it has also left many of them very, very shaken, and the road here is still cordoned off. Nobody is allowed to access it until the operations by police are completed, as well as the forensics teams that are here on the ground.
Phila, thank you so much for that update. Really appreciate your time this evening.